So,
Right.
I know what you think I got, I think.
Yeah. What did you think I got? And I'll tell you what I think thought I got.
You thought that I had gotten Final Fantasy VII because it was a PlayStation 1 game.
Nope.
Oh, really?
I thought you got Final Fantasy VIII.
Oh, because I just talked about it.
And because it wasn't in chronological order, so there was 7, blank, and then 9.
Oh, shit. Yeah, where's 8?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't have 8. That's why.
That's a travesty.
Well, I have a complicated relationship with that game.
I remember.
Okay, so, you want to go first? You go first this time. I went first last time.
All right. Okay.
Okay, I'm ready.
This is one of your favorites.
Oh, well, I have a lot of favorites, so I can't really guess it.
Okay, well, that's true.
Well, unless it's the one I just said.
Nope.
Okay,
I don't think.
probably not.
Probably not.
Let's remove this. It slides around too much.
Sounds good. All right, so I picked Final Fantasy IX because I remember feeling the same way about this game that you did about...
8.
Yes.
So my initial impressions of 8 were not good. And your initial impressions of Final Fantasy 9
We're not good.
were not good. As I recall, it was the style.
Yep.
It was the style of the game. Yeah.
It was the style of art.
Yeah,
in
the
the
art
game.
style. Yeah, I can totally see how it.
I
can
didn't
turn
like
you
because
off.
it was all cartoony.
And it's funny because it's not
They're all
like.
cartoony, but...
Yeah, but it didn't really. It felt like Final Fantasy, but it didn't. You know, it was kind of like more of like. It was more Dragon Questy, or Dragon Warrior.
Yeah.
It was
But-
more that style.
But I ended up loving it because it was difficult and thorough and it had some cool characters. It's one actually I haven't ever done the completionist thing. I've almost done it. Like there's a couple. I think there's a secret boss and then it was like impossible. And there's a hidden synchronization store. You can find the best weapons,
the
Hades or something.
basically like their limit break.
Their best weapon.
And what
their
was
best
that
weapons.
called? What was their limit break called? Not Fever. Was it Sync?
Sync was
Trance. It was
Trance.
Trance.
That's what it was. Yeah. Well, that was the main characters.
Oh,
And there was
right.
sword attack or like sword arts or something like that.
Oh yeah, for
For
Steiner.
That guy was
Yep.
a douchebag. Never liked him ever. But
I liked this game right from the beginning, and I think it's funny because probably the reason I liked this game was that it was such a departure from 8, and they were like proclaiming it as kind of like returning to the roots of Final Fantasy.
and that was funny because I loved 8.
Yeah.
Loved it. The story was garbage. Like,
You know,
the
I think
worst.
that was
What?
my problem because the story and the music were kind of like depressing, and I was like, like I need something to like.
I think I muted it most of the time. Honestly.
Probably yeah.
Put
So-
like good music on.
Well, it's funny because I think for me, Final Fantasy has always been more about the gameplay, the music, and the art. Or no, not the gameplay. The music and the art and the story. But I think for you, it's always been more about the gameplay.
Yes.
Like you enjoy like the deep gameplay and the
Mastering.
it, which it's funny because I super enjoy that when it's you doing it.
I like to like manipulate the will of the game.
Yes, exactly.
Give
Like
me the best
break
characters.
it
Yes.
over your knee,
Yes.
basically.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite games. I have a very distinct memory of getting this on Christmas from my brother. I was like, yeah, I want Final Fantasy 9 because we were like both kind of wary. He was getting out of video games at that point, but for me, I was kind of wary because I had been playing Final Fantasy 8, and I was like,
Which you did
I
not like.
Yeah, I was like, I was not really feeling it, you know. But he got it for me, and I remember playing, and I was like, this is satisfying all of my needs.
That one was definitely one I grew to like a lot more after I gave it a chance.
You like played it later in Florida, right? Years later.
Mm-hmm. I was like, Final Fantasy had pretty much disappeared by then, and
Oh, this is probably after like 12 at that point, right?
yeah,
Wow, and 12 came out so much later.
Yep.
Holy cow.
that was one I destroyed the shit out of. If you
Yeah.
had that, I probably would have brought that one out.
You know, oh yeah, I do have it.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, we'll have to pull that out someday. Okay, final thoughts on Final Fantasy 9.
Good game.
Good game, I agree.
Solid.
It is fantastic. Also has one of my favorite songs, You Are Not Alone. Love that song. Okay,
Oh, Xenogears!
Xenogears.
Did we ever beat that?
So
It was insanely difficult.
Well, here's the thing. We did beat it. I don't know if you were there at the time, but it was on our save file because we played this game together a lot. This game, you have a certain phrase that you use for games that have a little bit too much exposition, a little bit too much story, a little bit too much text, but you say a little bit too much. Do you remember this? You gotta think about it. Okay. What is it? It starts with a T. Too much.
Talkie.
Too much talkie. Every time, like, I remember the first time we played Metal Gear Solid, it was at a sleepover. We played through the entire game in one night. And just God. Every 10 minutes, you're like, good God, there's just too much talkie.
Oh man, some of the old games I totally got into the story and it stuck with me forever. But
some of them are
I guess when my imagination was more open to weird story stuff.
Yeah.
But as I got older, the stories were just oh my God.
No, this game in particular, nobody understands the story. It is batshit cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. You have to read, there's a 495-page book in Japanese. It's like an art book, but it's got tons of text in it, explaining the story. Let's dissect that for a moment. 495 pages. I might be exaggerating. This might be 200. But it's a lot.
It wouldn't surprise me. There's probably 495 pages of text
in
that
for sure.
game.
So anyway, we played through most of the game, and we got to the final dungeon. But at that point, our characters were terrible. Because there's so much story, you never had a chance to build up your characters. Or even to learn the battle system.
Yep.
So in the second disc, I don't remember it, but we apparently made it through the entire game. And apparently the second disc, they ran out of time and money to make the game. So it was basically just on-screen text explaining the rest of the story. I don't remember that at all, but everybody says that's how that game ends.
I don't remember it either.
Oh, but the final thing, I keep forgetting to mention this. We get to the final dungeon, and I remember beating it, but I used a Game Shark. We had to use a Game Shark to make our players invincible. You were there because
it rings bells.
We powered up the main character so that we just gave the main character infinite life, but he was so weak that just hitting the boss took forever. I totally forgot about that. But yeah, this was actually, I replayed this, or most of it, maybe 4 or 5 years back since I opened the studio. And it's a really good, interesting game. It's not fantastic in the sense that there's not enough gameplay.
I would try it again.
We would totally
really
get down
enjoying
with it,
the battle system and everything in the story, or not necessarily the story, but
the world,
yeah,
the aesthetics,
the armors and
it was awesome. But yeah, Xenogears. So I got that one out because this is a game that we don't really look back with super fondness or anything, but it's definitely part of our memories. And
if they had a copy of the of the game we invented with Exogear or
Exo Squad.
Exo Squad. Do you remember that shit?
That was awesome. I used to have a bunch of Exo Squads, right?
I did too.
Oh yeah, you did.
You had the big, super awesome ones.
Yeah.
Some in the regular ones too, and then I had a bunch of the regular ones.
Yeah, Exo Squad, fantastic toys, dude.
The coolest action figures. Little dudes inside of bigger dudes that actually shot missiles.
Yeah. I still have those at my dad's house.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah. Still just an entire bag of just Exo Squad. The Ninja Turtles are in a separate bag. Or maybe they're in a separate.
You know that shit's probably worth just as much as video games?
Oh, you might be right.
I know I'm right. I looked at the pricing on this stuff.
Exo Squads?
Yeah, dude. Good condition Exo Squads are easily in the double digits.
What?
For old pieces of plastic.
Whoa.
Some of them up to $45.
Oh, I'm totally willing to part with those, dude. Somebody else can play with them, I get money.
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
And you kept, I think, pretty good care of the toys, too.
Yeah, no, great. Lots of them still have the missiles and stuff. Like keeping your missiles
was
on a
very
toy
difficult.
from when you're a kid.
It's
That's
impressive.
That's an OCD kid right there. Exo Squad. Exo Squad. We had these Exo Squads, and so we set up a futon and like put
Blankets.
we put like
There was terrain.
we put like support poles,
Yeah.
and we put a futon over it, so there's like a tunnel that you could go through.
Yeah.
Yes,
dude.
do you remember that? And then, so the game was like we had some dice rolling stuff if you wanted to use your toys' lasers, but it was basically like a role playing game where you put your Exo Squads out there. You can't move the Exo Squad, but you fire their missiles. Like the toys actually fired the missiles.
So you had to like calculate trajectory.
Right, and there was a.
And different toys had different.
Yeah, they had
fire
different
ranges,
fire mechanisms.
naturally.
Yeah, different ranges and mechanisms.
Yeah.
So like the one dude with the wings, like you'd lift the wing up to max position and it would shoot the.
Some of them you could aim, some of them not so much.
Yeah.
That's odd, dude.
Oh, and they had armor pieces on it.
Yep.
So like if you landed a hit, you took off a piece of armor. Wow, dude, that game was great.
Yep.
Oh man.
I can't believe, dude. That would took a lot of thought. I don't know.
Yeah, we actually like wrote down like.
Yeah, because we
hit
used
points
dice.
and stuff.
We used the die for movements. Like our dudes could move, but it was turn based.
Oh right, yeah.
So like you could move or you could fire. You couldn't do both.
Ah, we basically made Final Fantasy Tactics. On the floor.
Recreated with.
Well, technically that was before Final Fantasy Tactics.
They owe us
We made Final Fantasy Tactics.
You were right. Holy shit. Before
so
it
weird,
existed.
Well, the predecessor was Tactics Ogre. That might have existed. Maybe not. I don't know, but we invented Final Fantasy Tactics.
That's crazy. I didn't even think
Oh,
about that,
man.
but we totally did. And it was that mixed with the thing that I always thought would be awesome for RPG games, which was a way to pit your save against each other. We were using our brains
Yes.
against each other.
Yes.
So it wasn't just fighting a mindless machine. We were actually playing each other.
Yeah.
Like
that's
chess
true.
or something.
Like chess. We invented chess. Wow, this is going to bring about all sorts of revelations. By the end of this, we'll be like, we are God.
I can't believe that shit.
Wow. Dude, do you remember watching Mega Man the cartoon?
Yep.
In your, like when it first came out?
Yeah, I loved that show.
That was the first time that I realized how good that TV you guys had. Like the colors were so good, and it had that subwoofer. Like that subwoofer.
Built in.
Yeah, that is like the best subwoofer ever.
Dad, this one's for you. We're talking about that TV you got that now seems ridiculous and small and
Yeah,
heavy.
like, it's probably like as big as that thing.
It was 35 inch, which was, I guess, big.
That's
for
like
tube TV.
25
Yep.
inches. Wow.
Yeah, my uncle still has it. He got,
Oh, really?
Yeah, they put a brand new tube in it and stuff. It's brand new again.
Oh.
And
Do you know how?
being an adult walking up to the TV, I was like, oh, that's small as shit.
Yeah.
But I remember it being massive.
Oh man, me too. Like you wouldn't even begin to think about moving it.
No.
Like-
It was on a big powered base that had subwoofers
Yeah,
in it
oh my
and
God.
a button on the control that made the whole TV turn.
Yeah. Well, the funny part about sound is that like sound technology hasn't improved so much that you would still be impressed with the sound technology back then, and it was phenomenal.
Great. The
Like
TV
I bet if I
had
listened to it
built-in
today,
subwoofers
Yeah.
in the base of it. It was
yeah,
awesome.
it was great. I remember the theme song, just fighting robots, Mega Man. And I was like singing it for the rest of the day. I was so excited. That was like the first time I saw the Mega Man cartoon. And I was so happy. I was like, finally! I never know when this show's on. Oh, dude. Were you gonna say something?
No, not at all.
Oh. Did you ever get up early to watch Dragon Ball Z?
Yep. Yeah.
Dude, in Exo Squad came
Oh.
on at 6:30 in the morning.
Yep.
And I remember specifically, I was like, Mom, wake me up in the morning. I really want to watch Exo Squad. She said, okay. Woke us up. We went to her room to watch it, and the lights were off. And I remember just wanting to stay up so bad to watch it, but I was lying on the bed watching. I was just like... So I remember watching Dragon Ball and Exo Squad in the morning, but only I remember trying to watch because I don't think we ever actually watched it. Oh, the mic's not working. Oh well, that's good. Oh shoot, it's set to the wrong channel. Okay, that's all right. We got the camera mic. Okay, what were you saying?
Dragon Ball.
Oh, Dragon Ball.
I never saw it
brought that up, yeah.
until you showed it to me. That was
really?
before it was on. I don't think it was even showing in the U.S. then. You showed me Dragon Ball, on cassette from China.
Oh no, the cassette was from the U.S.
Oh, okay. It was after you got back from China.
Yeah, it must be. Yeah, but
So
that was
5th grade.
We
or
had
something?
like 2 episodes on one tape, so we just watched the same 2 episodes over and over again.
But yeah, I remember being totally into it then, and then when Dragon Ball Z came out, that was the shit.
Oh my god, that was the shit. That was also when I discovered
It still is the shit.
that the cartoon,
Holds up.
like, that was when I discovered that the cartoon that they charge for like 10 episodes.
Yeah. You know they remade it.
And they cut it shorter.
It's 2 episodes per 1 episode time. It's Zekai.
Yeah, I was about to say. Yeah, I haven't
So it's
seen
2
that. I heard
episodes
about
per
that.
1. It's the same amount of time.
Did you see it?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Oh.
It just cuts a bunch of the talkie out.
Oh, dude, I bet the library has that.
Yeah, you can find it on.
Netflix and stuff?
Yeah. Well, I don't know about Netflix. Maybe. I think it was on Netflix at one time, or Hulu. I don't know, something. I had access to it.
Well, that's something we gotta watch.
Amazon,
in the future.
maybe? I don't know. One of the streamers.
One of those streakers.
One of those streamers.
Streamers. That's so funny. Streaming music. They say streaming, but they never think of it as peeing. But that's like you always say the stream, right?
It's the golden showers, because they're getting money.
Whoa,
off of it.
dude! I'm just making all these connections. Stream as in no, I mean I knew these. Don't get me wrong, I knew these. But for some reason, my brain came up with every meaning of the word stream all at once. Like it didn't ignore the other context. It said we're taking this word to the 4th level, where we keep track of all 4 units of word dumb.
Dumb, all right.
Word dumb.
We're dumb.
That is so you. Oh my god, that you would think of something that brilliant on the fly. Just like, and you had to say it like 3 times before I actually registered it. Like I heard it the first time, I was like, yeah, we're dumb. Great. Thanks, Brendan. Now, wait a minute. We're dumb. We're dumb. He did it again, that dirty bastard. Well, I'll be a stick in the mud, old Joe.
Oh my god.
Woo! That's funny.
Was this the 3rd game? Or the 2nd
This one?
game? This was the 2nd game still.
Oh, we haven't gotten. Well, for some reason in my head, I was just like, "Oh, we'll stop it too." Woo, that's funny.
We're going
Here,
to
take
the 3rd
your
level.
bag.
Get your hands off my sack.
Okay.
Fix your stream.
Oh yeah, I'll fix it.